It's a building befitting the leader of the free world. Strong, bold, and it's a place where the former president kept an office and entertained dignitaries later in life.
First thing he would do would go out, look at the river, across the river, to see how much the city has changed. He loved Grand Rapids.
Thousands visit the Gerald R. Ford Presidential Museum every year, but they only see about 5% of the museum's pieces.
Now we're going back to the inner sanctum of the museum. Very few visitors get to see, and actually very few people have access to.
This is the back room.
We have about 19,000 artifacts in the museum. It's a temperature and humidity controlled, and all the temperature and humidity is just for this room.
It's the place where everything is stored, and I mean everything.
We call it Rock Jerry, and it was actually made from river rock by an artist in Pennsylvania.
Artifacts are held in airtight and waterproof cases. Sports stuff here, dresses worn by the First Lady over there.
This is when the Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip came for our bicentennial in May of 1976.
And what's a stylish outfit without a shiny campaign button?
We have presidential campaign pins going all the way back to the first Abraham Lincoln election.
The museum is in the midst of its 100% inventory, something that happens once every 5 years. Employees and student interns put on their white gloves and make sure everything is documented and in its correct place. That way, when an important VIP or visitor comes to the museum, anything that may be related to them can be pulled out and ready. Information is stored on servers these days, but when President Ford was in the White House, they used an old-fashioned card catalog.
You can see how many cards are in here. Now, also included in here, if somebody sent flowers, they would get a card. But we didn't keep flowers.
Caricatures and cartoons poke fun at the president's athletic ability.
You know, it's a shame President Ford got the reputation for being clumsy when he was the most athletic president we ever had.
Every president needs a portrait, some lifelike, others not so much.
This one reminds me of Lurch from the Addams Family here.
What did President Ford think of it?
Well, I don't even know if he even saw it.
Whether it was a gift from a head of state or a birdhouse made by a guy in Topeka, most will never be seen by the public, but they're here, kept to document a slice of American history.
These institutions aren't here to venerate or vilify anybody. They're here to show what happened during this period of time. What was it like in 1974, 1975 with bad disco and so on, or the polyester suits and things of that nature. But that was the time of Gerald Ford.
You may remember when President and Mrs. Ford passed away recently, thousands of cards, letters, gifts were left outside the museum. Some of those that really captured the moment were added into the collection, but the museum currently isn't looking for anything new. The Ford Museum is open daily from 9 to 5. Admission $7 for adults, $3 for kids. We have a link on our website if you want more information.